Cool. And we are live. Well, not live, but
we're live.
We're on.
Live in the studio.
Live for us.
Yeah.
Live in the studio.
The controller is not properly connected.
Ve acá, JC, ¿qué episodio es este?
Who knows?
This is what, episode 468?
Who knows? Because we have episodes that haven't been edited yet, so who knows what episode this is?
Pero listen, we have content. Eso es algo
We
que
got content on the
es
queue.
necesario.
That we do.
Bro,
That we do.
these remotes are not working, huh?
Habla de
Más aquí.
Yeah, speak a little bit into it, because... ¿Qué pasó? ¿No funciona?
Reconnected and returned.
Gotta blow
Dude,
on.
I remember this game. This game I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't remember 007? Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember 007. But remember, I didn't have a 64.
I know. So it's probably over
Yeah.
when you came over.
Uh-huh.
Or we took it over.
Yeah.
I think we took it
No.
over a couple times, no?
No, I don't think so.
No. Toma la saga. ¿Qué pasó? It's been too long since we played.
Too long, el tipo
Se enfrió.
People dicen, no,
He's cold.
No, what, how do you... Angela, aprieta start, right?
You're first. Aprieta el... There you go.
I remember you used to blow your lungs out. Like blowing on the things.
Right? And there was a specific way to do it. You have to do it
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
shirt.
Under the
So it wouldn't get
shirt.
wet.
Oh my God.
But then
yes.
JC discovered that in the back of each game,
Uh-huh.
it says,
Do not do that.
do not blow on the cartridge.
Oh, look, it's working.
Look, yeah, I guess. You see, it's 2-player versus, so I don't know if this
Three?
has,
Multiple player.
yeah, like more than
And two.
2 players. Let's see. You see, last time it was just 2.
Why don't you guys go off first, and then whoever wins or loses, I play, and then if I lose, then
Okay.
you play again, and if I win, then I play the champion.
Dale, ok, está bien. Bueno, Chris, ¿qué?
Let's see. I chose blue.
You chose
think.
that guy?
I choose that guy.
Okay. Bueno, yo a...
Press start.
I mean, Chris, I know you're not right now into like gaming, but like
No, this is gaming good for me.
this is okay.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
when
not
you
into all that new stuff.
when you compare the graphics, I always talk about it. It's like these are like pixels. Like you can't. You have to like make it out.
Oh crap! What did I do? Normal.
Sunny Beach is actually a good course because it's just an oval. Espera, antes que empiece. JC,
It's not me.
espera. Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This
Dale.
guy's not waiting for nobody.
I'm like, let's go. Now I don't know what I'm doing actually.
You have to. I think.
Where am I? Top or?
No, you're bottom.
Oh, you hit a buoy.
Ah, okay. I hit the. There we go. You see? You see? That's what happens when you don't
Chris.
play for like. Dude, yes, I remember playing this game at your house.
You right?
Yeah.
I had this game. Yeah, it was one of the, it was a very
wrong
popular
way, wrong
one.
way,
Yeah.
Chris. Oh, there we go.
It was one
Follow
popular.
me.
The popular ones in Nintendo was this one. Was obviously 007. Mario, the
Mario.
castle. Like Mario, the
Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was like the big game for this system. And can't remember what else.
Yeah, no. You know what I remember right now? I always sucked at this game.
Yeah,
It
bro,
just
this
That's
came
game-
to
why
you,
I
huh?
dropped everything on 64. I'm like, no, not me, not me. Yeah.
You should have tried. You
Nintendo,
should have tried PlayStation.
Two-dimensional is much, That's yeah. I'm still on 2D.
You're still with the Game Boy with the.
Yeah. With the Game Genie.
Yeah. ¿Quién está ganando? Who's winning there?
Oh,
know.
no. I mean, I think it's evident.
I always say I think Mario comes here late at night.
And like
And
practices.
he just plays by himself.
Dude, I promise you.
There's a little light coming out from the garage, and that's Mario with his
My
with
hoodie.
his comforter over his head, just playing
With my hoodie.
with your hoodie.
No,
Sí,
pero
porque I got my suspicions. We were both kind of bad when we started,
Uh-huh.
and then the next time we played, he was like pro.
Really?
Bro.
It's like, yo estoy
It's
seguro
that it
que
just came back to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, man, esto es muscle memory, bro.
Yeah.
Muscle memory.
it
Yeah.
is. It is. It is.
It
what
is.
It is.
Because I remember, like, my muscles went back into I suck mode.
Coño, that looks good, bro.
Oh, my. I know you've been eyeing these, like.
Yeah, what's the
Right, you're
blue?
like,
Been
oh,
eyeing it
What's with the
since-
blue?
Since we left CBS.
What's with the blue?
It's what do you call it? Star Wars. Star Wars.
Yeah, but what's with the blue?
It's the dark side.
Oh,
It's the light.
I guess we're on the light side, right?
Yeah, we're on the light side. Coño, pero estas galletitas están riquísimas. Vamos a examinar esto un momentico y decir, mira, tú que le conoces a Star Wars, ¿quién es este personaje aquí?
It's a hard to D2.
Arturito.
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 ¿Eh? Y mira quién está aquí.
Yo,
Chewbacca?
Chewie.
Con Vaquita. ¿Eh? Y mira, este nunca le
Oh,
conocí.
you got all the
el nombre.
favorites. You got all the favorites.
Coño.
Ese es C-3PO.
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 Oh.
Yeah, bro. Bueno,
I got.
What you
No
got?
sé. ¿Quién es esa?
Princess Leia.
Ah, esa misma.
You know, the one I got, I don't know who this is.
No sé.
A ver.
Mira esto. Esto es un robo. Mira, es mentira.
Coño.
Me pusieron white adentro. ¿Y ustedes? ¿Están igual?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like that?
I think so. I think
don't
so.
know.
To save money on dye, I guess.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is.
Should be.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Oreo cookies, lately they've been getting very interesting, I would say. Because they have different flavors now. They have Oreo cookies with the Sour Patch Kids.
No.
Damn.
Oh, I can't imagine a
That's
sour
why colon
cookie.
cancer's in the rise, bro. It's just fucking crazy.
But it tastes really good.
I have to say, I'm going to have to grab another one.
Go.
You want another one?
You know, I'm not a big Oreo fan, but yes, I'll take another one.
Well, I always like Oreos.
Take one.
I like
No, just one.
I
Just
like
one? Thank you.
Oreos better
I'll
than
take two.
Chips Ahoy.
I'm the other way around.
Really?
I
You
love
like
it.
Chips Ahoy?
No,
Bro,
I
I'll
like
take a
Oreos
chocolate
better.
chip cookie over anything any day.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Even Chips Ahoy?
Chips Ahoy is chocolate chip, no?
Yeah.
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 I'll take Chips Ahoy over
Yo no sé si eran las que mi mamá traía a la casa,
down stale.
pero estaban socadas, bro. I never liked
Sometimes if you leave them open,
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They would get like
they
that.
they get stale. Yeah. So you gotta make sure you cover them nice and with a
Pero-
little bit of milk. Oof, it's the best. It's the best. You gotta eat it the traditional way of Oreos eaten.
Oh,
Yeah, man, that's
You
the best
you
way.
you open it up and you lick the fucking thing and then you.
yeah. Ah, you know.
It's all coming back to you, bro. By the way, has he been introduced?
No, Tonya, make the honors. Introduce him.
Okay, well, today in the studio we have Mr. Kris Ramil joining us
Hello.
all the way from Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
And now he's in
Back in
Miami,
Miami.
back in Miami. Say hi to the three people that watch us.
Hello.
15
Got a
followers.
mouthful of Oreo.
we're getting somewhere.
Talk to our 15 followers. Most of them, they're our family
Your
members.
family?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
think
like that. It's like that. That TikTok. What is it? TikTok or that Instagram reel? Tengo 15 tengo 2 seguidores y uno es mi mamá y el otro es mi papá.
That's basically what's happening here.
Yeah.
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 Our
Well,
biggest-
it'll be 16 today. I'm gonna start following.
oh,
There you go.
Hey.
guys, we're growing. Growing to 16. Tell you
And
this,
counting. Oh.
Our biggest fan is Little Mario. My son, Alex.
He loves to watch the games. He's come here and played with us before.
Oh yeah.
Bro, he's good.
Yeah.
Good. It's something
Yes.
about
This
You know-
generation, that generation's really good. I know because my son, he's badass playing games. Like I suck, and he's really good. And I'm like, damn, I can't play that with him because then I'm gonna look really shitty, you know.
so you just
So I just,
you just
said, no,
avoid
let's
the
do
game.
something else. Yeah, just play. Oh wow, son, you're good.
Bueno, I'm not bad, but yes, the kids just they pick it up Like
Quick.
what'll take me like 3 months to get, they get it in a week.
Yeah.
A couple days. He came here and he started playing this game. Y casi me gana. I'm like, hey, hey.
No, he beat me all the time. After like we came back, because he was telling me, hey, let's play. And el tipo. But this is the generation that will sit down and watch YouTube and watch other people play video games.
Yeah.
We
That's
were,
this
we were
generation.
too impatient for that shit.
No, yo no estaba
We would
eso.
grab a bike and just
Yeah.
let's go ride bikes somewhere.
That's the difference, bro. I think, and you know, this week I've been thinking about that a lot, especially like looking back at, well, the conversation we had about Kris, about your dad. How in the 70s, like, you know, your dad was probably in his 18s or whatever, right? Where that was a different generation where they had different experiences.
Right.
You know, different things that which it was probably the same insecurities and things that we have, you know? Pero it was a different world. And now I see my kids, and, you know, I'm stuck in the, like, 90s, early 2000s, right?
Right.
When wrestling was real wrestling, you know, you had the Attitude Era.
Exactly.
Pero my kids, they're in another era, you know?
I think it's like softer now. You know, we grew up, it was still kind of grimy. You know, like go outside and play. You know, you want to get hurt. Like you don't get hurt and then, hey, you're too much of a wuss. Like go out there, get hurt. You know, now kids are more, I don't know, they're soft. But I think it's, like you say, it's more generational. You know, it's not, I don't feel it's our kids. I feel it's the kids around them.
Dude, I think that nowadays, maybe it's my theory or not. Kids break their bones less nowadays than when we were kids, bro. Bro, when we were growing up, there was always someone that had a broken arm.
Yes,
or broken
bro.
something.
Well, that someone was me.
I remember.
I sprained both my ankles and I broke my pinky playing basketball.
What pinky did you break?
My left hand.
Bro, me too.
What?
No shit.
But I broke my pinky playing box ball.
Oh, well, that's
box
yeah.
ball.
You remember? Yeah, that's that.
That was a
Yeah,
fun
that'll
game. I remember we were playing box ball in my apartment. And it was either you or Maito broke my ship.
Is that what we were? I know. I thought he broke it throwing the cush ball. Wasn't
It probably was. Yes.
Yeah.
But we still did play box ball inside my room.
What did
as
you guys
children.
break?
All right. Chris was like, Chris has always been he's always been a person about his stuff, and when he gets into something, like he'll be very like
take care of it.
He takes care of it, but he'll be very like meticulous with it, and this is his shit, especially as a kid, right? Like, you know, like watch all my stuff, you know, because I worked hard on that.
Don't fuck with my shit.
We would be the fucking chaos that would come on the weekends.
And it was great because, all right, we get to hang out.
We get to hang out. It was fun.
But it was like, you know, hey, just look, don't touch.
But,
Yeah.
but you know, then
I was a little excessive.
To my defense, or to his defense, Maida was the little one. So I was his age. Obviously, we're 2 days apart.
Yeah.
But my brother was the younger one, and so he would come. And I don't know if you remember those little cush balls that had like that you could.
It was like a rubber ball with like
Yeah.
a bunch of little rubber strings
that you could
hanging
pull
off
the
of it.
strings. Or,
Okay.
So we thought we were
Elastic.
So we thought we were in the fucking Olympics, and we started like shot putting it like across the room, and then
From the hallway.
I believe from the hallway. Yeah, I believe it was my brother that decided to shot put it. Of course, out of anything that it could fucking hit. It
hits my model ship.
His model ship that Chris worked on for like months, which he meticulously glued every like sail.
I took the time to paint every little detail on this
And it was
thing.
a pretty big ship. I mean, what, like a couple feet big, right? Like,
Yeah, it was a big ship.
It was a big ship, and that shit. It's funny. I laugh because now, right? Obviously, at that point, I was like,
No. Did you laugh a little bit?
no, he would have killed both of us. Him for doing it, and me for laughing. That it hit.
I was a savage.
It hit the boat, and I saw my brother's eyes like, and I was like, I actually instead of reacting, I turned to Chris, and I see Chris like this. That ship took so long to hit the ground.
Yeah, it all happened in slow motion. I think for you and me.
Yeah.
For him, it was like boom, instant.
Bro,
Like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, sorry.
That shit fell, and that ship just like disintegrated. And I don't even remember. I think Kris like blacked out at that moment. I don't even remember. We all like for trauma. We all just don't remember what happened afterwards. But yeah, it was.
No, he remembers. He brought it up.
Yeah.
It's fresh in his mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
that was quite a memory there for him, especially.
Well, and that's what my pastime was as a kid. I mean, playing outside, playing ball, playing basketball, playing box ball. I mean, we were always doing something, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I was an only child, so I'm by myself at the house, and I used to love doing car models.
Yeah. He got me
Yeah,
into,
like model cars,
He got
like-
me do it into he's the one who got me into doing some model cars, and I did a few classic like Bel Airs and stuff like that.
You did, right?
I did, and then I had the little brother, of course, so they didn't last. So yeah, that was quite a memory that you brought back. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah.
And then my ship, my little boat was on this table that I had, which was one of those like 5-in-1 game tables.
Oh yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a table that. It's a table, and then on the top you could play ping pong. But if you flip it, then you have like your hockey, and then if you, I don't know.
And I think we took it off. It was
There's
pool.
another, yeah. There's
we had
another
a pool table.
There's
as well
another
on
table underneath that carries pool. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually, and we spent hours on that.
there. Yeah. I mean, we used to hustle at 8-9 years old playing pool.
Bro, me and him were Mylander champs.
Oh yeah.
Mylander
that-
the park?
Dude, Mylander.
Yes.
Holy shit.
We
the
went there
rec center.
one summer or 2 summers?
We went there 2 summers. The first summer was the best. We were a little younger, and then
yeah.
obviously the second summer you expect to see the same kids again, but
Right. It was boring as hell.
nobody came, and so I think we did kind of like a summer and a half, really.
Okay.
We did one summer full that was super fun, bro. We got dark because we went in the day. We would do the rec room.
Mylander is in Meadow Lane.
No.
Mylander is on 49th Street
Oh,
by
on
Hialeah High.
49th Street.
By Hialeah
That's
High.
right.
It's
But
on
you know
what?
they've changed that park completely.
Oh yeah.
A while back.
Yeah.
They
I
did
know they
but-
built-
They added they bettered the performance
Yeah.
space that they had
Yeah,
up front,
yeah.
and then they went like ape shit on it. They really put something big there. At least I've
Yeah,
never
they put
been
some
there,
work.
but
because
I've
that
driven
was
by
right
there.
next to the library too, no?
Yeah, a little down the street.
Yeah, JFK Library.
Oh
I
no,
think
it wasn't even down the street. It's like right.
it's behind it.
It's behind it somehow.
So behind the park
back street.
is the baseball field,
Uh-huh.
and then the baseball field is like right next to the library. So it's
By the way,
right behind.
for the
it.
viewers, for the 16
For
viewers
16.
that don't know, we're talking about Hialeah. We were raised in Hialeah, so when we're
Hialeah,
talking about the
Hialeah, que
library
hola.
is the library in 49th Street.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mylander Park, which I would always confuse it with Goodlet. Goodlet was the one that was by Meadow Lane Elementary.
Goodlet was the one that was better.
Pero
Oh, so
Mylander,
Goodlet is the one that's meddling.
yeah,
It's the elementary one. Yeah.
Okay.
pero Mylander,
Uh-huh.
that was the best park in Hialeah because that
Yeah.
one even had
Yeah.
the swimming pool. I
It
think.
is.
The,
Pool.
I think it was one of the only Olympic-sized
The-
pools in part of Miami. I think
It was deep enough that the fire department
Oh, they trained there.
trained in the depth to like I guess cars like going to canals or whatever. They would come with their scuba gear and stuff and train in the obstacle course down. That's how deep the pool. I think it was
Eso
like
es para que
15,
tú veas
15
que
deep.
la gente
15
le dice,
No, it was
le
more.
tira a Hialeah,
Yeah.
agua, fango y factoría, pero Hialeah tenía tremenda piscina
Tremenda
en
piscina.
los 90.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
before that.
and before
Yes.
And before that.
That's got to be from 70s.
I think. Yeah,
Maybe
it's an
before.
old part. Yeah.
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 It always existed, and they built highly around it. That's kind
Yeah.
of why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was that and the racetrack.
the
That was it.
and the racetrack. Yeah.
But
Then
but
it's
the
let's
Hialeah
build a
racetrack,
city.
pero también by our neighborhood was that the car racetrack.
Oh, yes.
¿Cómo se llamaba?
It was Hialeah
Hialeah
Raceway.
Racetrack.
Hialeah Racetrack.
Hialeah. Hold on.
Raceway, I think it was.
Raceway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Que oye, todos los sábados por la noche.
Yes.
We were too poor to go to it, so we always went on the outside next to the warehouses
To see it.
to see the to see the race.
If there was a
and you
crash,
see a shit ton of people in there.
if there was a crash, we see like debris, like just like I was actually talking to Vet the other day about that was a soothing way for me to fall asleep on Saturday nights.
No
like I
shit.
just
Oh, yeah, 'cause it was close enough to you.
Yeah, we were right there. I
Bro.
mean, it was on 37th and we were on 42nd,
Uh-huh.
and those things were loud. So
Yeah.
To think that right now is a Applebee's, a Target,
Target, yeah,
and a Lowe's.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's wild.
yeah.
That's wild.
You
Like
know?
our kids will never know that
They
that
never
that
will
existed.
No, it was such an odd place to have though, like like you know,
Like a
like,
racetrack?
like yeah, like a driving race. Like I didn't even know there was a
Pero
fan base
thing
for that
for
there.
it.
Yeah.
I caught it in the years. Supposedly there was like races of like real car. Not I'm not saying real.
Yeah,
cars,
like
but
high
like cars. But I caught it in the wave where they were racing the buses.
Oh, I
remember that, right?
The
Yeah,
buses.
they have buses
Uh-huh.
parked in the. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
No, it was a pretty good raceway. I mean, I think when did they inaugurate the Homestead Speedway?
I don't know.
I don't know either. No. You think?
Yeah, but
they
yeah,
inaugurated that
Homestead-
one
Call a
afterwards?
friend. Let me dial a
Yeah,
friend.
yeah, right.
Yeah, call a friend. No, but I
My
think
dad
that
knows.
that one is more NASCAR. The one in Homestead is NASCAR.
Yeah, but I think that was built not too long ago. Not like that. Not like the Hialeah Raceway.
So that one was built after that one closed, or
No,
that
it
was
was
bigger.
built.
It was bigger.
It was
though.
bigger.
No, it was bigger.
No, that one's bigger. That's like a professional.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they do national races there. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before that, we had that. That's what Hialeah had.
Hialeah had the
Hialeah had
horses
that.
and
Yes.
had that. Bro.
And how about the dog track?
That's in
Is that
Flagler, no?
It's Flagler, yeah. So, which is what now? Magic Casino,
Magic
Yeah.
Casino.
Magic City
Yeah,
Casino, or
Casino,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I never went to the dog track.
No.
No, bro. Was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
you
remember-
actually
you remember
saw
as a kid
dogs
going or no?
racing?
Yeah, of course. That's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
our
you
grandfather
saw-
would take
yeah.
us as children.
Had a great childhood. What'd you do? I went to the horse track and the dog track.
Yeah, he would take us. Sometimes he would take us there to the.
Why did they stop? Because that track is still there. Like they haven't.
I think PETA.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Because all those dogs were mistreated and I mean for them to chase because they had. I remember they would put a like electronic bunny.
A rabbit.
Uh-huh.
A rabbit, yeah. And he goes, "Here comes Speedy," or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
you remember that shit?
I remember that.
And that thing would start going, and those dogs, but I don't know if they didn't feed them for like that day or whatever. They're starving, so they're fucking. There's an abuse component to it, definitely. I mean,
I understand, but we still do horse racing, and I mean, I think it's a lot harder on the horses. Yet they still do it. There's still the Kentucky Derby and all that crap,
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I find it
I mean,
two-sided.
there's still a lot of like. I mean, I don't know. I'm speaking out of my ass, but those horses they're a lot more valuable. I think, like a thoroughbred horse for racing is worth what thousands of.
They
dollars.
are, but they still do a lot of that same, treatment. Because how in the heck are you going to get the horse to race?
Bah, bah.
Yeah,
Smack it,
the
yeah.
3.5 foot man on top of the horse.
I know, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd go there and it was a memory. It was a memory. Obviously, the poor dog's being abused, but it was a nice memory.
Dude, another memory. Now that we're talking about ese reparto,
Uh-huh.
like 16th Ave, Flamingo Ave, it was the Flamingo Fest
Flamingo Fest.
that we had every year.
Yeah.
Flamingo Fest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my God!
It
Shit,
used
you
to
took it
stretch.
back.
Took it back, huh?
Yeah, it was a
used
parade.
to stretch from the parade.
The
It
parade.
49th Street almost?
Yes.
well, 44th.
46
Por
por
ahí.
ahí. To
Hasta-
37th.
No, hasta llegando a Okeechobee.
That's by the trailer parks.
Yeah, by the trailer parks. Which
Yes.
right now hay el car wash. There's a Taco Bell now.
Yeah.
There's a Wawa. Hialeah has a Wawa,
Wawa.
bro.
Right. There's a Wawa.
There's
there.
a Wawa there now.
Yeah.
Bueno, all that was, the trailer parks back in the day. Y Flamingo Fest, bro. Que
That's
eso era
crazy.
tremenda fiesta.
Yeah.
Tremenda fiesta. I don't think they do that anymore.
No, they didn't. They stopped it years ago. Well, I mean, I worked a lot of production in the area. When I was here way back when, I worked for a company called Roxy Theater Group, and they did a lot of the stuff like at the Orange Bowl Parade, all that stuff. And by the time I started working with them, like that Flamingo Fest was way long gone.
I know not so long ago, my mom was selling her parking space because it got packed. But what happened was every year
It was a small block party.
every year
Yeah.
they shortened it. But it was expensive, right, to have that whole those blocks.
Yeah.
So in the businesses and whatnot, every year they put it shorter and shorter and shorter. So eventually it became, I think, to 37th all the way to like 44th.
Yeah, to
44th.
Which
and
our block was like the main.
ours was the heart of,
Yeah.
Of the festival, of the event.
And a lot of cars. I remember not so long ago, and I don't know if your mom got involved in it too, but all the ladies there in the neighborhood started selling their parking spaces. my mom and
You know, I love that. That's capitalism at its best. I think that's what Miami has.
I think it was my mom. And do you remember Joel? Well, he used to live in the block. His mom also came out, and she's like, she had like, it wasn't even a parking space. It was just a building space. But she's like, yeah. Bro, they made like $100 that
No
night.
shit.
Yeah, parking cars. Yeah, because it was, you came into 42nd place, you parked there. All you had to do was walk a few blocks
walk
here
straight.
in
And
the
you're
middle
there.
of the yeah. So it wasn't a bad place to park.
That was Hialeah's Calle Ocho.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
Uh-huh.
They had, you know, they should bring that back, bro. I think they should bring that back.
Bueno, Hialeah has grown in population even more so now. So, but the type of people they'll bring will be just different. Like I don't know. I think it'll be like more like Spanish, you know.
Which I think that'd be fine. I mean, you know, you just need something to like create, not camaraderie, but to create. I forget what the word is.
Community.
But, yeah, you know, you need community, and that's what those festivals used to create. You know, a sense of community, a sense of being in our area. You know.
Yeah.
And that's what made it fun as a kid. You know, that's why you went out. That's why you were so sociable. You know, in
that's
a
changed
different
a lot,
way
yeah.
than what people are now. You know.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, going back to the whole youth thing, you know,
Yeah.
why are kids different? It's because times have changed. You know, social media has taken a toll on kids. You know, it's made it all they see versus like us, an older generation that says, "Oh shit, damn, I can either capitalize on it or I can use it for good." You know, versus kids that are just stuck on that and not going outside and, you know, getting dirty in the grass, playing some ball, playing some catch, you know.
I got my daughter now. She's, you know, already of age. I think enough to have a cell phone. Besides, all her friends have been having since like their first grade. So I got her. Yeah, so I got her a cell phone.
Dude, my Layla's getting the bug too.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a phone.
Yeah. So mine wants a phone, and so we got her phone. Right. This is really her first year that she's in middle school already. So she's it's a good age, I think. And when she come back, you know, it was her first time with the phone. She comes back, and we're like
on her first day of school.
yeah,
today.
first day of school. I'm like, hey, so you know, we started asking about school, and then I remember, she has a phone. I'm like, yeah, what was with the phone? Did you get any numbers? She's like, numbers? She said, that's cringe or whatever. I was like, what? What do you mean? I mean, I meant it as like to communicate, right?
Right.
Social media. Going back to social media, they communicate through social media.
Yeah.
They don't like, you know. That it made me feel a little old. It's like, why would I want your number? I could just Snapchat you or Instagram you.
The other day, Christopher tells me the same thing. I'm like, you know, he's now a junior. And I'm like, wait, what are you like? What's up? You know, like, are you getting phone numbers and stuff? He's like, no, I just asked for their Instagram account. And I'm like, like, what do you mean? Bro, Instagram, obviously you could text, you know, you have messaging through Instagram.
Yeah.
But you could call people through Instagram too.
You can call?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, this is new for Shit, this is new for me.
Yeah.
I knew like on
Facebook too, Facebook
Messenger,
Yeah.
but I didn't know. And everybody, like, for the most part, I know a lot of like WhatsApp users.
Right.
You know, so the WhatsApp is okay, but I never really knew through Instagram
But you know what?
or Facebook.
For us, the transition to WhatsApp was very simple because we had BBM. You know, whoever had a BlackBerry was, you know, and then WhatsApp came where now you're not just communicating with people with a BlackBerry, but you're communicating with Androids, you know,
and everywhere around the world
iPhones.
too. That was the good thing about WhatsApp.
Right. Which BBM was everywhere around the world as well.
Okay.
BBM was like the number one thing before WhatsApp came about.
The thing is, BlackBerries, you kind of had to be in business, you know, or be in a position where you needed it, you know, because it was heavy email, so you had to be more of a corporate person to have that.
You know which phone that I remember to this day that I wanted that I never got that Chris had? You remember the Sidekick?
Yes, I was waiting for
Sidekick.
That was a badass phone.
That was a badass. So
Yeah.
many
Bro.
people had.
That
Go to
was
flip,
a
and
status.
it turned into like a little.
in school. That was a status.
It was.
symbol.
It
That
was. You were cool as fuck if you
Yeah.
had
You
a phone.
either had a flip phone or you had a side.
Yes.
That's right. No, or Razor. The Razor also became popular.
The
too.
Razor was popular.
Yeah.
But the
I think
sidekick, the
sidekick,
little
beat it.
shook,
Yeah.
Bro.
shook.
And Chris,
One-handed.
Chris did it so smooth, dude. Like, bah, 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 bah. I remember like a fucking, like he had like a Swiss Army knife.
Bro, if anyone still has a sidekick,
Oh,
that would be awesome if they could comment and maybe take a picture of it and put it on the
Bro,
comment.
that
Let's
would
get with the
That would
times. Maybe you guys should DM us.
Yeah, there you go.
Instagram,
trying to get in, you know?
Dude, let's see if what do you think? eBay or Amazon has a sidekick? Let's
Oh,
see
they
what
gotta
happens.
have
I'm
it.
sure you can find someone selling a sidekick on eBay or.
Let's see. Sidekick. Only T-Mobile had that.
It was
Yes,
T-Mobile.
it
yeah.
was T-Mobile.
But
Which
what
I
was the
think I
brand?
still owe them for that.
Really?
Yeah, that's when they had those contracts, and they would lock you into a contract.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
and,
And then-
and it was my cell phone, so I went like Pimp Daddy. I think I had
After
during
9
no
after 9
fuck
p.m.?
that, I had after 7 p.m. baby.
Damn!
Yeah. You remember when they started doing that? You had to pay more.
You had to pay more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember talking to me. Don't call me till after 9.
Yeah.
That's what I get 3 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
Wow, how times have changed, huh?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
God, we feel old.
Nah. I feel lucky.
Estoy buscando
So yeah, bro.
sidekick.
So Layla told me, "Oh, that's cringe."
crazy.
I was like, "Oh, what do you mean you don't?" That's it. So obviously, I asked her because the condition of getting her cell phone was no social media, which
Yeah.
which I guess to her it feels like I might as well not have a phone at all.
Right.
Pero she could use YouTube and stuff like that when she's home and stuff. But
Bro, can you believe
Oh God. What's
these
the price?
sidekicks?
how much are you going for?
I mean,
$300, $400?
bro, there's some at 150.
Okay.
Shit.
There's some at $100. But I wonder if you could still connect them.
You can't. That's the worst part.
You
Because
can't?
So it's-
everything has changed. You cannot probably connect it and use it. That
It's
used
incompatible.
that old system. I think they were. I want to say they had switched from analog to digital, but they were using that digital system that's outdated.
Bro,
Like they
I'll
don't use SIM cards. or
I'll
anything
tell you
like
this.
I remember with those phones, I remember that they had like their own like web, right? Like it wasn't like
that. Was it? I
it
don't
wasn't
remember.
like it wasn't like what we see.
It wasn't the
today.
World Wide Web.
Yeah, no. It was like I want to say a Mickey Mouse version, but yeah, it was not.
It was a little Mickey Bean version of
no,
the
but
world.
that was the first phone that like you remember. Well, I never had T-Mobile. I've always had Verizon. Pero T-Mobile had like your favorite your 5 people that. So you were able to select 5 numbers. Wait, let's kill this today,
I
bro.
want to kill it.
You were able to.
Just one more.
I'm a sweet guy.
No, dale.
You were
Ahí
able to
hay dos,
find
get the
5
two.
people.
Get the two.
No.
Cógelo dos.
No.
Cógelo. Ah.
Oh look, I got Yoda.
I
Nice.
broke my diet today, bro, so you're gonna eat it. You son of a gun.
Dale.
Dale, que tú puedes.
Sí, JC cada vez que se come
Oh Luke,
pancakes.
I got Yoda and Luke.
Oh.
JC cada vez que... Mira, me too, bro. I got Yoda and Luke. JC cada vez que se come los pancakes, he takes a picture and sends them to me. He likes pancakes.
Waffle.
Wow. ¿Qué te iba a decir? T-Mobile had the your family 5 or something. And it was people that you selected and you could talk unlimited and text unlimited.
I remember that. Well, it wasn't too long ago, right? Or was
Oh,
it like
bro,
10
like
years ago?
we're talking about like I was probably middle school or early high school.
Really?
years. Yeah.
I'm a little burnt from my youth. Forgotten a lot of things.
But wait, I'll tell you this, man. I wish we were back in those days, bro. There was less things
Really?
to worry about. I don't know, different times.
They were.
I mean, we're from a different generation, right? So, so we remember that we associate it to happiness, to like no responsibilities, no, it's nostalgic, you didn't have to worry about shit, all you had to worry about was if your ship fell, like fuck. Now you got bills, you got this, so we always gravitate towards those nice times, but it's just that we didn't have responsibilities. But I love what we live in now.
Well,
Yeah, like, dude, I don't have to fucking wait to watch a movie. Like, it literally comes out, and like, in a few weeks, it's already on stream. You know, like,
you're right.
you know, like,
But I will say it was fun to wait for a movie to come out and go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
For us, it was a little different. You see the movie, it came out, it's in theaters. We can't go yet. We gotta wait 2 months to go watch it at the dollar theater.
yeah,
That's another spot that highly ahead.
Yes,
Where the
Dollar
Miami
Theater.
Dade is. The dollar.
the Apollo movie theater. Oh, okay. You're talking about that one became $1 too. That was a release, a new release cinema at first, and then it became $1 one. But I remember the one that you're talking about was where the
Older
the college,
movies.
yeah, where the
Right
college,
behind Miami-Dade.
yeah, where the college, now it's Miami Dade's parking lot.
Where at?
En la 49.
Across from Westland Mall?
Yes, yes.
Where Miami-Dade is at? That was a movie theater?
It was a movie theater.
By the
It
Red
was-
Lobster.
That's the dollar theater that we used to go to. It was your dad would go. He would take.
I remember the one by Kmart. The one behind Kmart, all the way to the end. You remember that one? I'm going way back. Yeah, it was a small little ghetto theater. And that turned into a dollar theater. So there was Sizzler in this
Because we have
shopping center.
Movico, that I think is still there.
Movieco's still there. Yeah, but that's a new release movie. That's a regular. I think it's an AMC actually.
Oh, now is that an AMC?
Yeah, I think it's an AMC now, or is it still a Movieco? I can't.
I
remember.
don't know.
Or a Cinemax, one of those. I think
I know it's by the Ocean Bank.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was another one, right?
Which one behind Kmart? I'm
Dude, you don't remember that one? It
When
was
you,
a small theater. I want to say it had like 3 or 4 rooms. That's it. It didn't have a lot.
oh, I didn't. I don't think I remember going to that one too many times. Maybe once.
No, because we always went to the Apollo.
we went to the Apollo and then we ended up going a lot to the Miami Dade one.
Really?
Yeah, I
You know, I
remember-
don't remember the Miami-Dade one.
Really, I don't
Yeah.
remember the Kmart one.
Where was the
I'm telling you, that's
Apollo
little.
one?
On
The Apollo was
across from Soros.
you know where Chico's is.
What is that?
Okay.
You know, if you keep driving, there's an Advanced Auto Parts.
Yeah.
At the end was the Apollo on the corner of that shopping center,
I think it's a bingo hall now or something.
something like that. There was
Yeah.
it was Apollo movie theater.
Where the Sedanos is?
No,
Or in the other
Actually,
shopping center?
behind that,
the
behind
next
Sedanos.
one, the next shopping
So
center.
if you go to Sedanos and you come out of Sedanos to the right, había un murito. If you go over that murito, then you go into
Oh, that's the Morito. It's literally right back.
It's
back to back?
right back to back. I think.
That was
yeah.
Apollo Theater. Yeah,
That was
I remember
Apollo
that
Theater.
one.
It also, I think,
That was a
became
fun
$1 after a while. And I remember your dad. I was gonna say the story was, you guys want to go to the? Because it was $1.50.
That's when they went up in price.
It
Yeah.
used to be $1, then it went up $1.50. Yeah, yeah. So
Crazy times.
there is a fun aspect to it of having to wait. That's something that gave us generation patience, right? That kids today don't have. I mean, we could all be a little impatient, but if stuff didn't happen, it was like fuck, it just doesn't happen, But now, because if stuff don't happen, why doesn't it happen? Remember, why doesn't the internet work? Shut the fuck up, bro. We have to wait fucking 3 months to see a movie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
We used to use dial-up.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You remember
Input dial-up sound in editing now.
Yeah.
Bro,
Dial up, bro. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Once
yeah.
AOL came out,
mm,
you got mail.
having to connect, and then I don't even remember. Remember the pages when they would load like lines by line? Like,
Yeah. Talk about waiting.
yeah.
No, the pictures. Whenever an amiguito tuyo or anything will send you a picture or whatever.
Oh, man.
It was like little by little.
Uh-huh.
Come on, get to the tits. Let's
Get
go.
to the tip.
It's like it's just a face, and then it doesn't load. It's like why? The rest of the picture's not there. Why? Fuck.
Mario's trying to be like nice about it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, and you just went straight up. It's like, yeah.
We
when
know
you're
what
trying
we're
to look for porn.
We know what
like
we're
it
all
was terrible.
We know what we're all talking about,
Bro, check this out. So, middle school years. The internet was big.
El apogeo.
You remember we had the class, Mr. Harrison, and the computer
Technology class. Yeah.
Bueno, there was a friend from the group, that one time he comes with a folder And I'm like, coño, vino con un folder. But then, by the time that we went to spill out after lunch, I see that this guy has a stack de billete. And I'm like, bro, this guy... And then he still had the little folder, but the folder was not as so thick as like in the morning. And I'm like, bro, el tipo tiene, tú sabes, una, like, and I'm talking about $5 bills, $10 bills, and this is now. I'm like, macho, que tú sabes, what you got there, bro? And he's like, bro, mira lo que tengo aquí. He had printed out from home all these like pictures or whatever.
Oh my god!
And he was selling them to the kids in Spill Out, bro.
Holy shit!
Spill Out, by the way, is after you eat lunch, there's like this area where all the kids just like kill each other, and there's nothing being watched over, and it's crazy. It's like
pure
drug
mayhem.
deals, obviously. There's porn being sold. I mean, it's just crazy. And yeah, that's
shitty porn, because I can just imagine
printed with like pixelation, and if it got wet, it would smear.
Bro, you remember the Spill Out in Palm Springs?
Yeah.
It was the door that you'll come out of the lunchroom. You went to Palm Springs as well?
No.
Bueno,
I went to St. John.
St. John, bueno, hey, I have a friend of mine that went to St. John, Robert Molina. Bueno, you would come out of the lunch, y después la otra salida was this big gate.
Yeah.
You remember this big gate? Y entonces estaba el security guard, que era el gordo. ¿Cómo se llama?
Foga. I don't know his real name, but
Carlos.
There we go. Yeah,
Carlos, bro.
Le decían que Foca.
Foga,
bro.
I don't know why.
Dude,
Years
years later, this guy comes to the Verizon wireless store that I
No
work.
way.
And dude, this guy remembered me, bro.
No.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy
Wow,
stuff.
must have been fucking thousands of kids he's seen, bro. From that time to thousands.
Yeah, bro.
He remembered you? Remember by name or just...
No. Like,
just
just
like,
or whatever.
Claro.
Pero crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Y entonces I don't know if you were in Palm Springs. There was also another security guard that was this Dominican guy. Dominican security guard that used to hang out with Foca.
Uno flaquito.
Well, fuertecito. Siempre estaba like...
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, bro.
Actually,
I
hadn't thought of that person until you just said it. And it's been in my mind for like 2 decades.
I came back. Dude, they would come to the Verizon store, man.
Wow.
Y entonces he became my client and his mom became my client.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, and
Crazy
it's things like that. I don't know if this generation of kids is gonna have in the future. That's what I stop and think about. Because like my son's 20. So he remembers his teachers, but not like we did. You know, like, shit, you remember the security guard. You know what I mean? I mean, I remember my security guard that I hated the motherfucker. You know? But I don't know if our kids are going to have that same, that same attraction for...
I think it goes back to what we were talking about. Kids right now on their fucking cell phones the whole time.
Yeah.
When we were in Spill Out, I mean, they were selling porn. Like, come on. like.
Hey, I was not. It was
no. I'm saying
they were.
A
friend was selling it.
So, believe it or not, that was a time to socialize, to interact, to see how it was like a micro version of the real world, right? Mm-hmm. And so, a lot of people say, "Oh, the '60s, the '70s were the best time." Dude, I think we grew up in a really good time because we were right in the middle between what wasn't and what is, like the old
and now the
new.
Yeah. We were old. We
were that cusp.
We were that cusp. We were that generation where we still knew where the kids were because the bikes were thrown out in the front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yet we grew up with technology as well. Because I remember in elementary I was already using the computer.
Yeah.
So it's like we were right at the cusp. And man,
did you guys ever play Oregon Trail on the computers?
I think so. Yeah. What is it?
I don't remember. It was on a 5 1/4 floppy disk.
Wow, a floppy disk.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I showed Layla the other day a floppy disk.
No shit.
She's like, "What is that?" I was like, "That's what used to hold information. Very little information, but it used to hold information."
But it was wonderful. It held so much information at the time.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember in Palm Springs, my writing class, we used to have to get a floppy because that's where we would write our compositions and save them in those fucking floppy disks.
Yeah.
But what computer would read now a floppy disk?
None.
None.
Like you would have to buy one out of like eBay or something
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be able to read
Yeah.
like all these old compositions.
Yeah, you would. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some type of adapter or something. That
No, I doubt it.
Jesus.
Like-
You're so firm on that. No.
It's just like
I
CDs.
forbid them to make any type of...
It's just like CDs, bro. You remember
Yeah.
the stack of CDs we used to
That's-
buy to like
to
burn
burn.
music and
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah,
That's
to
also
burn
like ancient
legally
history.
purchased music,
Through
not on Napster
or LimeWire.
LimeWire.
You remember that? Oh man,
That was
Wait,
fun.
So we just probably spoke an hour through memory lane and we forgot about the whole
bakery.
the whole-
Wait, so what's
Let's transition into this, bro, because
Yeah.
we're running out of time.
Well, we
Yeah.
ate some cookies. You know, they
We
were
ate
actually
cookies, it
really
was
good.
good.
Now we're
They
like
were good.
up in sugar.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So, wait, talk to us about the lab.
So I had a bakery in Virginia. My wife and I moved away from Miami 13 years ago.
What made you guys move? By the way, I'm gonna be putting Mario Kart. What made you move out of Miami?
Just saturation. You know, I was in the audio industry. I worked for the Miami Heat and really wasn't going. I didn't see real longevity with the job. So I said, you know what? My wife had an uncle that would come visit here and then go up to North Carolina for work that he managed. So I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's go. And moved to North Carolina for a month. I hated it. Got into a fight with her uncle because he tried to
Okay.
do us dirty. And
I forgot that you moved to North Carolina
yeah,
first.
yeah. And then I went to Virginia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got to Virginia with $20 in my pocket,
Holy shit!
and my wife and my son back here in Miami, staying at my parents' house.
Wow. So fuiste solo vaya.
I went by myself, and they gave me 6 weeks to try and make enough money so I can bring them over.
Right.
I mean, they hooked it up with a decent job. I worked at a shipyard, so welding and stuff. But I've always been a big guy. I didn't fit in those damn tanks in those ships, man. It was a bitch. So my wife and I, when we were here, we did some baking. So we used to do all the bake sales for my son's school.
Oh, okay.
So we did
Like
that.
cupcakes and things like that,
cupcakes,
or
puro cupcakes, cookies, and stuff like that. And we got up there, and that first year when I was in Virginia, we were selling food at the shipyard. So we would cook at home, not in a commissary kitchen. But we sold food at the shipyard, and people loved it. And we were like, shit, you know, we can do something. And we just kept going with the baking because that was what you could do from the house.
yeah.
So we baked for a good 3 years, and then we got another house we rented a house that had 5 bedrooms. And when we got there, that's when I actually registered everything from the house. So I went through the whole process of how to register a cottage bakery and all that. That's the term you use for running
like-
a bakery out of your house.
Out here, okay.
Is that
So-
what they call it? So cozy.
Yeah, yeah, it's cottage.
Sounds so
cottage
cozy.
bakery.
Yeah. Cottage bakery.
You want to buy from the cottage bakery?
I love it. I love that name.
No, so we registered and everything from the house, and I think we were there for almost 5 years.
Wow.
In that house doing, baking
Baking from
cakes.
the house.
And we had a couple different places we sold to, and that's when I told my wife, I'm like, babe, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's open up a bakery, and a commercial bakery,
Right.
because that's what I kind of knew how to do.
So it was not like a bakery like a Pinecrest bakery that you go in and it was more like
it was
you
more
would
like
sell to
the people who like.
so
Pinecrest
it's like
Bakery,
B2B, business to business
Yeah,
sales.
yeah. So like Pinecrest Bakery, they get all their desserts maybe from their own. Probably they have their own commercial bakery where they produce everything for all the bakeries. Don
Got
Pan,
it.
for instance.
Right.
Don Pan has one commercial place where they make all the desserts for all the locations.
Damn.
That's how they keep their
I
prices low.
fucking understand now. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how they keep their prices low, believe it or not. So if you can do something in high production, that's what helps you be able to keep prices low, labor low, and still keep quality consistent throughout all your products.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then you were running
A commercial,
a commercial
bakery.
bakery.
Yeah,
And
and I
you
would
would sell
sell-
to like local bakeries.
I wasn't selling to local bakeries because up there it's not like
Right,
down
it's not
here.
like here, right.
You know, up
There's
there,
not that many bakeries up there?
There aren't. So that's why we got into a good niche. That and we did custom cakes for years. We did custom cakes since we got to Virginia. So we did birthday cakes, wedding cakes, quinceañeras, you name it. We
Like
did
design stuff, right? Like
And
I
design
remember
stuff,
I
yeah.
saw some of his designs. They're pretty cool, like very artistic.
Yeah,
Coño.
yeah. No, we got really good. I mean, I personally got really good. My wife's always been good decorating. So, but I was the one doing most of the like fondant work and stuff like that. So when we opened up the commercial bakery, we were able to make a lot more cakes. So we were making cakes and making all the desserts. We had like about 15 different items that we did, high production, and distributed them. So I would go all the way up to Delaware. I did Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and North Carolina. Mainly staying on the East Coast, delivering to a bunch of Hispanic stores. So up there, Mexican and Central Americans dominate the area as far as Hispanics. So my wife's Honduran. We did some Honduran breads, and then a lot of the stuff that we eat here,
Like
you know,
Cuban?
pastelitos, Cuban stuff, pastelitos, cakes, you know, the esponru, stuff like that. And we used to make all that, but you just name it different.
Right.
You give it what they name it, what they know it as. It's all the same stuff, you know. But ours was all scratch made, so it was quality shit.
So it was the same shit we're used to heating here, like Vicky and stuff. But it was named to what they know what it should be.
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
And they're like, this one's
It's
unique,
but
different.
it's good.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh huh.
¿Cuál es la diferencia entre Cuban bread and Puerto Rican bread?
Damn,
Okay.
such a good question.
Which Puerto Rican bread?
The one they sell here at the Sedano. Yeah, I get
So,
confused.
Puerto
there.
Rican.
Yeah, no, because there's two breads we eat in Puerto Rico. There's pan sobao and there's pan de agua. So pan de agua is the one that's most similar to Cuban bread.
Pan de agua.
Pan de agua, yes. The thing is now in Puerto Rico and outside of Puerto Rico, they've started making pan de agua and pan sobao with vegetable shortening instead of lard. Usually that was the fat that you added to the bread. So that's what makes Cuban bread. It's the lard. It's water, flour,
grasa.
salt, y manteca. That's what makes Cuban bread.
That's
That
so
and
fucking
leavening agent. So you need a yeast.
Levadura, yeah.
You know, I have noticed when I've bought Puerto Rican bread though before, the Cuban bread gets fucking hard. Like the Cuban bread gets hard like in 2.5 hours. But the Puerto Rican bread lasts a little longer.
It's softer, yeah.
Well, okay, so I'll tell you the secret. Or not the secret, the reason. And
Okay.
that's because Puerto Rican bread has sugar. So pan
Oh.
sobao has sugar. Anytime you add sugar to a bread, it softens the crumb. What's the crumb? That's the inside of the bread. So that little masita on the inside,
It's
that's
soft.
what makes it softer.
Ah,
Now, it'll spoil quicker, too, because it retains more moisture. So that's why Cuban bread and pan de agua will go hard faster, because it really didn't retain much moisture.
Right. So,
I learned so fucking much about bread right now.
wait.
You have no idea.
Second question.
Follow up.
Follow up to that.
Okay.
El pan con mantequilla, una tostada.
Aha.
Is it better on Cuban bread or Puerto Rican bread?
It's an opinion. It's an opinion.
So, I feel it's best on Cuban bread.
Really?
Yes. Now, what do I think is best on Puerto Rican bread? Pan sobao, cream cheese. Because I love una tostada cubana con queso crema. But you have pan sobao with queso crema,
It's better.
It is
because
better.
Of,
Because it's
because of the
softer?
sweetness.
the sweetness.
the
Yeah, the sweet and salt.
Yeah, that's fire. Fire. That and you still put a little bit of mantequilla on the outside para tostarlo. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, you tried my Cuban bread
The one that you took to the
to the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Like Miami doesn't have Cuban bread like I make it. Yeah, because I make Cuban bread like they used to make.
Are we gonna
Way
see
back.
some lab beef Cuban bread anytime soon?
Dude,
Well,
that'd be
I'm
awesome.
gonna do it just for us personally. So
Yes.
yeah. Because nowadays, man, like I got into food science big time over there, and because of the amount of
When you say food science, what do you mean?
exactly that, the science in baking,
Ah,
the
okay,
science
okay.
in and all baking, like not just mainly like since everything was packaged, I needed shelf life. So having such a fresh product, I needed to figure out how in the hell I can keep it fresh for 3-4 weeks.
Right.
And because all these other people, all these other bakeries up there, their bread, they were going every week and they were changing stuff out because that shit would grow mold and it was real nasty. And I was like, dude, I sell a real high quality product. I can't be giving these stores credit every fucking week because they didn't sell the product, because that's how it works up there. Like you put, let's say, 12 tres leches, and if they didn't sell them, then when you come back, you got to switch them out. And then I eat the cost.
So it's a cost to you.
Yeah. So believe it or not, because of the food science.
You know how to make tres leche?
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Yeah.
Mario
Tres
would tie you
leches
up in the middle of the night.
and cuatro leches. That's what dulce leche, that shit's fire, bro. Yes. And not just do I know how to make tres leches. I know how to mass produce tres leches. So that was the thing that I did. I mean, I used machinery.
Right, you didn't do it. You did for like large quantities.
Yeah. I mean, tres leches, I was doing 1,000 tres leches a week. Tres lechitos, small. And like, we were doing a shit ton of them, like when we first started. And then like at our peak, we were probably doing like 4,000 tres leches a week. And that's individual tres leches.
Damn, that's
individually
just tres leche.
decorated. That's just tres leches. Cuatro leches también. And that's just 2 products. And imagine, I had 15 products. We have polvorones, los eponru, que son los... It's like cake toasted like biscotti. Not a lot of people know eponru. But you go to the store and you'll see eponru and then you'll be like, oh shit, that's what he was talking about.
I've seen this before.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It looks like biscotti, but it's...
I think
Or
so.
Cuban
What's
biscotti.
biscotti?
You know where you have the Italian little...
Un pancito,
like,
durito,
pancito,
sí.
real hard.
Un bizcocho.
Yeah, I guess, sort of.
Sort of, I guess.
Sort of.
I don't know. No, it's because it's hard.
It's hard.
So, yeah. And it's cake.
And you usually
really
drink
toasted.
it with coffee, no? Like, it's
Yeah.
like well, at least Italians, right?
Yeah. With espresso.
Espresso, yeah, a little bicotti. If you see if you go to an Italian restaurant, right, you ask for coffee. They usually have the bicotti. The bicotti, they have they're in a little package. They're good. I like them.
Yeah. But imagine I made that. We made some Central American stuff as well that, you know, my wife would know about. But I put science into all our
That's
shit.
why you called it the lab, I'm guessing.
No, before that it was Baked Bistro. Because that was the name that we always had since we were here. So actually, the way the lab came about is we had the commercial bakery, but my accountant comes to me one day and says, Kris, you know, you guys are having such a hard time. It was after COVID. It was hard to find employees. So you didn't get quality employees. I mean, if you guys thought it was hard down here, it was even worse up there. Like, you just could not find people. So one day I'm sitting with the accountant. She's a good friend of ours, and we did tons of cakes for her and stuff since she was small. And she says, Kris, you know, you guys sell a really good product. I'm like, I know, Kim, but what the fuck am I gonna do? I mean, I try and sell it to more people, but these people just don't appreciate it. And she said, you need better clientele. And then we were kind of like kind of struggling. And I tell my wife one day, I'm like, I'm sitting down and I tell her, I'm just gonna fucking close. I'm done. I'm tired of going out, hitting the streets, selling. We had a real bad issue where one of my drivers stole, like, him and his wife stole about $30,000 from us between products. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm done.
Damn.
I am
That's a lot
done.
of fucking...
Like
Yeah.
your employees?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
I was like, you know what? I am fucking done. I'm sitting down. I'll never forget. I'm sitting down at the bakery. We're in the back. From the front, it was like past my birthday. My birthday was like a week before. And there was this balloon that came. Went down. It fucking was. It came down like the door jam, right? And I had like 4 balloons up front. But this one balloon came, went down, traveled all the way to the back where I was at, and then came right beside me. And I'm there. I'm like in tears because I'm like, babe, you know what? That's it. I'm fucking done with it. All this time and effort that I put into this shit. And people just don't appreciate it. And it's going to be at the point we were to try and get into like the American stores, to the supermarkets and stuff. It was going to be difficult. So I was like, you know what? I'm just over it. And then she looks at me and she says, look, that's your grandfather talking to you. Just, you got to keep going. And I was like, shit, you know what? We're going to open up the lab. And she's like, what? And like, fuck it. We're going to do Cuban sandwiches. And I am changing everything. It's going to bring a different clientele. We start with our Instagram. We fix it up. And that's it. I'm tired of dealing just with the Hispanic community up here. Because it's real small.
Right.
Very Central American and Mexican. So a lot of workers, you know, they're poor. So they're going for, if they see my bread and the other people's bread, oh, the other people's bread looks bigger. It's all full of air. But you know what? It's $3 and mine's $3. Oh, this one's bigger. I'm going to go with this one. You know, so it was a lot of that. It was hard to teach those people, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, quality. You want something quality.
No, you
Right.
have to try to teach a whole community what they should eat. Like,
yeah,
that's,
you know.
that's hard.
So I said, screw it. And I bought dos planchas and some shitty espresso machines from Walmart. And I said, babe, that's it. We're opening in a month. And we fucking opened the lab because it was an experiment to see if Cuban cuisine would work in Virginia Beach. And it worked tremendously.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And we made everything. We made everything from scratch. We make croquetas. I mean, I can put my croqueta against a lot of people's croquetas, and our shit's fire. Yeah.
You made the croquetas from scratch. Then.
From scratch. I sourced the right hams, sourced the right chicken, sourced the right materials and products so that our stuff would be fresh and would taste great. You know, that's
Right.
Again, I applied a lot of our food science that I did with, you know, conservation and preservation for all our products for shelf life. I put that into our breads.
I have
You know?
another question for you, and it's a little off topic, or not really, but the croqueta, is it best
Yes.
done while it's frozen, or do you have to defrost it?
Depends. So you see, Catalinas, the problem is you gotta use them frozen because they got too much water content. So there's too much moisture in that croqueta.
So se pone-
So if you let it go, if you thaw it out, they get way too mushy. So then they won't fry up and they'll freaking break.
Oh, yeah.
But like fresh croquetas that you get like at a restaurant, you know, that's one thing I kind of like now that I'm back in Miami. A lot of people are making their own croquetas.
Yeah.
They are because it's real simple and easy to make.
So, regarding las croquetas,
Yeah.
Ajá.
cuando en un restaurante o en un bakery te dicen, oh, ¿tú quieres croquetas de la casa
Ajá.
o las otras? Las de la casa are the ones that they
Homemade.
make.
Right. That usually they make from
Ah, there you go. I was
Yeah.
always wonder. I'm like, I thought it was like, okay, maybe this is the ones that make or whatever.
scratch. But
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. So, croquetas
usually
are...
las de la casa are a little bigger.
They are. They're a little bigger, but they're going to charge you a little more.
That's true.
Yeah. But in all reality, here's the only problem. Like, my croquetas are heavy on the protein. So, croqueta, usually, you know, it comes from
best.
Spain.
I love that. I can't find, and sorry to cut you off, like, I'm dying to eat your croqueta again because it's like the croquetas.
Whoa, watch
That's
out.
what she said.
The croquetas, sounded weird as fuck. The croquetas here are like, even though they're la casa, whatever, they're bigger. They have a lot of batter. Like they don't have like,
Yeah.
they're not high in protein, like he said,
They're not.
which it sucks. So you got a good Spanish croqueta, and you know that's full of fucking ham.
Yeah, because in Spain, what's a croqueta? It's a way to use your leftovers. So, like, that's why in Spain, like, you talk to un español, le gustan las croquetas, and they'll say, what do they are? Bacalao or fish or something that's usually leftovers. So it's just a way of bringing together some leftovers with small amount of a bechamel base, you know, because people usually use a bechamel, add flour, and then that mixture gets mixed with the protein, just enough to bind it. So it's heavy protein, heavy leftovers with a small binder. In Miami, I'm sorry, but you're getting pure binder and
Yeah.
seasoning.
I could
That's
tell. I could tell.
Yeah, that's what
Saben
you're getting.
A chicle.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like it's not.
Because it's just bechamel with
And the
flour.
binder is what?
Bechamel sauce with flour.
What's bechamel? That's like
So bechamel sauce is typically a mixture of, I don't know, the way I make it is very Spaniard, which is you use some sort of fat or oil mixed with some flour. It's all cooked, and some sort of water or milk. I think it's usually milk. I use milk. So you mix all that, cook it, makes like a roux, real thick roux. And then that's what you use to mix with your protein. And you're really getting a lot of flour in a lot of the croquetas here and seasoning. Because you can do that. You can just make the roux, put fucking ham flavor in that shit, and that's it. You got a croqueta. You don't have to, chop up ham and put that shit in there,
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oye, como hemos aprendido.
Dude,
hoy
I have
con el
never,
primo.
I have never learned so much about. First of all, I didn't know that shit. That was a good question about the Puerto Rican bread. I always wondered.
I
That's
always
great.
wonder. I'm like,
Yeah.
And the croqueta.
Bro,
now he
and-
answered why it tastes like fucking
And
like.
up there, I tried to make Puerto Rican bread. Let me tell you, I made pan soba. My pan soba was really freaking good, right? But the Puerto Ricans up there, they weren't coming. I made dude, and when I make bread, I make a shit ton of bread. I got a fucking 80-quart mixer where I'm pumping out 180 pounds of dough.
Yo.
And I made so much freaking pan sobao because they wanted it. I posted it. No, tienes pan cubano. Ay, pero mira, nene, por favor, tienes pan cubano. Pero pendeja, te hice pan sobao y no lo quiere. It was terrible. So I stopped making pan sobao and then I went just straight Cuban with everything.
Yeah, if people are gonna, if they're not gonna be buying it, where the fuck make it?
They would come ask me for a tripleta and I was like, no, I make a Cuban sandwich. Ay, ¿por qué no haces tripleta?
'Cause I made
Pendeja,
it.
porque no venía. That was fun. I can rank on the customers big time. So, and it was all part of it. I wasn't an asshole.
Right.
But I'd say pendeja with a smile.
Right.
And
And
they'd
you would
go
say
for
that?
it. Huh?
You ever say it like that?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Well, he's
Yeah,
Puerto
no,
Rican.
no.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can say
sure
it.
he can say
Right.
it.
I mean, I don't know if you heard the accent come out when he it was like straight up Puerto Rican.
Which that was
yeah.
a good trip. You remember that trip we took to Puerto Rico? Yeah.
That was a good trip. I know. Yeah, that we went to Puerto Rico. We weren't even 21, but the drinking legal age there is 18.
I think he told me a story about it.
Dude, we went during just coincidentally. I mean, I don't know if they knew, but I had no idea that that happened to be they go really big on a festival there called San Sebastián.
Festival de San Sebastián.
Festival de San Sebastián.
And that's in Old San Juan, down the street, which is San Sebastián. But it's all adorquines, which is it's a cobblestone street for God knows how long.
Yeah,
And
beautiful,
we
it's
went
Old
to a
San Juan.
party, and it was in a nightclub. Not a nightclub. It was a what do you call it? A hotel, nightclub, restaurant kind of place. Called it Convento, which it used to be a nuns convent way back when. But I think Diageo was doing the event there, and they were giving away for the purchase of a coffee mug. You get all you can drink. And I was drinking straight up Black Label.
This guy we drank so fucking much. We drank so much. I mean, it was youth,
Yeah.
But we drank so much, bro, and it was just crowds of people through the whole Old San Juan, and it's a beautiful scenery because it's like you said, all cobblestone with beautiful colored buildings. But it was straight up. It was straight up went up Old San Juan straight up, and I guess all the crowds and. Bro, just everybody drinking, dancing, music everywhere. It was so good. It was so
fun.
nice. It was fun.
Very fun.
It was fun.
We ate that night, didn't we?
I don't, dude. To be honest with you,
You don't remember?
I don't remember a lot of that night, and I don't think neither does him. I woke up the next day how did I get in bed?
Dude,
Yeah.
Puerto Rico's fun. I went once when I think I was in my early 20s. And I do remember a road that it was all like brick.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
it was
a
in
lot
Viejo
of Old
San
San
Juan.
Juan is,
Yeah.
cobblestone streets.
A memory that I still have from when I went era cuando fui a, which is very similar to the one in Cuba, El Mojo. You
El
guys
Morro.
have like a Mojro,
Yeah, yeah.
which down, I think close to is La Perla, La Perla, that little zona
the
there.
place you don't go in.
Yeah.
Unless
Pero
you're
no, it
from
was
there.
very beautiful. The
Yeah.
beach was awesome. I mean, the hotel we stayed in was really nice. I think it was in Old San Juan.
Okay.
But and then I remember there's this guy, because a lot of cruise ships obviously go there as well.
Right.
Guy selling soap
No shit.
that he made. And then I'm like, bro, this is fucking amazing. This guy makes his own soap. And I'm like, bro, give me your business card. I might want to sell it in Miami or whatever. I'm thinking my little entrepreneur mind. Bro, I couldn't sell soap, bro. But it was pretty cool, people coming through making their own jewelry and things like that.
Artesanal, very.
Yeah, it was-
artesanías. I forget what it's called.
Artesania,
Uh-huh.
yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Great experience. Puerto Rico's awesome.
It is. It is.
I haven't been back, but I'd love to go.
I that was right the first and only time I went, and I would
Actually, Layla just went about a few months ago. She had a competition over there, like a gymnastics
nice.
competition.
No shit.
And Maciel went with her. Yeah, so that,
That was the first time Maciel in Puerto Rico?
yes, first time I
Oh,
think
wow.
Monsieur went to Puerto Rico.
Nice.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Puerto Rico's nice. It's nice. But Cuban food has a much better allure
Yeah?
anywhere in the States. Yes. I have
You
to say
think so?
that's I tested it and I know so.
Yeah.
Up there's 2 Puerto Rican restaurants and they do well, but honestly, for what I had, they didn't do as well as I did. You know, because I had Cuban food, I strictly stuck to Cuban food and a simple menu. I mean, I didn't do a lot of stuff. I only did white rice and black beans was my only sides, like heavy sides.
Well,
You know?
Cuban food is very like popular. Like
Yeah.
I mean, even in my job that I'm at right now, like, you know, like I'd say I'm from Miami, and that's the first thing that they
Yeah.
they've
Oh,
never
the Cuban
they've been to
sandwich.
Miami maybe once or maybe never, and they're like, oh, how's the Cuban food? How's the Cuban coffee? Like that's the Cuban cuisine is very popular.
Y acá JC que tú le dices, oye, it's the best thing in the world.
Ah,
Do
well,
you
you gotta come. You gotta come here. You gotta try it all. I'll tell you where to go. Yeah, ask me, I know it all.
Tupang.
Tupang? Yeah, so seriously, I do say, like, if you ever come to Miami, let me know. I know all the spots. I know all the authentic good spots. So, bueno, I think we're running out of some time.
I think we should run a little quick game.
A little quick
you
game,
know,
okay,
just to
okay.
keep the
See, because
the gaming
we
side,
completely
right?
forgot about the gaming aspect of this, huh?
It's been
Y ven acá, entonces, Chris, what's the obviously I'm gonna pick Mario. What's the thought now, man? Are you gonna be making Puerto Rican bread and Cuban bread down here? What
I
are
don't
you gonna
know, you know, because everything's really it's different up here, down here now.
Yeah.
I'm down
do?
now.
I mean, I would tell you like a big popular thing down here has been those food trucks, man. Like I know we were talking about tres leche and cuatro leche earlier, but who's Joshi?
Me, what did I do?
Ajá, te cogí. Eh,
I don't even
Dude,
know.
there's this food truck.
This one's different. It's not a race, Chris. You gotta pop the other
The
people's
other
balloon.
balloons.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go for the low hanging fruit, which is Chris. Eh,
You bastards.
bro,
caught
down
on
here
to
there's
me.
a lot of food trucks. There's
Yeah.
this food truck that Maciel and I really enjoy, cause they sell like tres leche and cuatro leche and all this
Really?
stuff.
Oh,
It's
is it a
called-
girl that puts it? Is it a girl that puts it in like
there's 2 girls.
jars?
Yes, you know them.
No, I don't know them. I just saw them on
Bueno.
follow crap on Instagram.
We go there like cause they open up in the weekends. It's by where Layla practices, and dude, they're tres leche and cuatro leche.
They're fire.
Amazing. Yeah, like it's really good. So I think that our next podcast, where we invite Chris, we should go to Miami Bake and try each one of their tres leche, and you give us your opinion.
Now, Miami Bake, I've seen a bunch of them. Are they like
No, it's
a
just
little-
that one food truck. It's called Miami
Oh, okay. Dude, I would love to go and check out some stuff. Because that's
Alright.
like the one thing I need to do. Like,
Bake. JC,
now that
let's
I'm
set
back.
that shit up.
Let's do it.
Let's set that shit up. It has to be in the bring Yvette and Layla. They could hang out with the fam.
Let's do it.
And then us 3 will go to Miami Bake.
That sounds like a plan.
And we'll try all of. Look, listen, esa gente, because they do other things too. Tienen un banana pudding.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like
Bro.
banana pudding.
El banana pudding ese está
It's
riquísimo.
fire.
Fire sauce. Bro.
Huh. You see, the
Fire
thing with a
sauce.
food truck is like, I'm more of a brick and mortar guy.
Yeah.
I really like the brick and mortar style. I don't know. I see that there's a lot you can capitalize on as a brick and mortar that you
Uh-huh.
really can't do from a food truck. That, and now that I've got like these damn back problems with 3 herniated discs, it's like
no.
I can't do much. And in a food truck, it's great. It's just
The space is small.
esclavizado.
Yeah.
The space is small, and I don't know. I just kind of like the brick and mortar, and I got a good. I feel like I got something good I can do here. But it's just I just got here. I'm trying to maybe enjoy life a little more now, and then decide what I want to do. But I definitely want to try a lot of places because everything's changed, you know? Like, I need a good pizza. Because I know the pizza cubanas are like the whole rage, so I haven't
Have you
really...
tried Frankie's Pizza?
Frankie's Pizza, no.
It's here, bro, in Bird Road.
Really?
Yeah, but these people have been there since the 60s.
No shit.
Yes, bro. Listen, Bird Road has a few spots that have been here since the 60s. It has Our Better, which is a hot dog
Yes,
place.
I love our betters.
It has Frankie's Pizza. And it has Bird Bowl, which is awesome.
Bird Bowl?
Bird Bowl's still alive.
Bird Bowl, like the...
Bird Bowl, a bowling place,
Oh,
a bowling alley. Yeah.
Why am I a bomb?
Because
You
you were
died.
the
Because I
first one that died. So now your job is to pick one of us and blow us. Like, there you go, like your cousin did. Hey, pero tú también.
Oh, yo! And now where am I?
brother. That's it.
That's it. I died. So now I just watch.
JC, te voy a coger, bro.
I didn't know you had la traída. I didn't know you had the little star.
You know what?
Where are you,
You
bitch?
know what?
Mara likes to
Set up booby
get the little
traps.
shells, and he likes to throw them down at the bottom so everybody gets hit. Look, like that one.
Oh, that-
Ese salió out of nowhere.
I leave my little booby traps, bro.
oh, man. Hey, so how about Jerry and Joe's? Is that still relevant?
Jerry and Joe's. I remember Jerry and Joe's from like Hialeah High.
Chris,
Yeah.
did you want to try Cuban pizza or you've
I
tried
do.
Cuban?
No, I want to try Cuban pizza, but so here's my take on Cuban pizza: Ray's pizza. So that's what I know
No,
is Cuban pizza.
no.
So that's what makes
No.
me scared of trying some other Cuban pizza. That I'm gonna say like, esto es una mierda, you know, like, that's not what I expected. I really expected like this badass cross between like a deep dish and a pan
There's
pizza.
the Ray's pizza is no longer like if you want a good Cuban pizza, like there's places that we could go.
Because I've seen
there's
them
this-
everywhere.
There's this place. I think it's in Hialeah. It's called El Palenque.
Oh,
El
Palenque, I've heard of
yeah,
them.
El Palenque is right by Miami Lakes, by where we live.
Maybe we should go there, bro. Do a
There's also,
little-
believe it or not, there's a new place that I tried actually this past weekend, by my mom's house. That was actually pretty fucking good, and I think was better than Palenque, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, and it's right at the corner of where my mom lives, and it's very popular, very
So,
popular.
question: how do you eat a Cuban pizza? So I see everybody's doing like they almost look like a small personal pizza.
Bitch,
So like a lot of people like either fold them or they eat
Dude,
them and slide. How do you eat it?
I
Con un tenedor y un
I
cuchillo.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
really? Because is it that sloppy or is it that?
Fuck. Maybe. That I had to
Oh
start.
man.
It's. Oh, I think that's just we ran out of time.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Hey, but the audio's still recording,
Yes,
right?
it is.
The audio's still recording.
Ah, bueno, we'll put it on Spotify. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. Chris, thank you for I know, right?
Thanks for having me over. Really.
Wait, thanks for the instructional class.
The
or-
informational
yeah.
class on
on
pan cubano and
on
Cuban
the
bread
baking
and Puerto Rican bread.
Dude, listen. I did not know the difference between
Really?
the